Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this video is specially for the freshers from 12th standard entering BDS. First of all, my biggest congratulations to you all, and I am here to guide you through BDS first year. So let's get started. So while talking about the BDS first year, I felt a bit difficult in this year because in NEET UG we write objective type questions, but for first year you need to prepare in a very subjective manner. But you guys will actually get tuned in a month or so. So now let's look at the BDS first year subjects. Though you have 4 subjects, but you will write only 3 theory papers in case of university exam. So the first subject is human anatomy, the second one is human physiology, and the third one is dental anatomy and histology is biochemistry. So in the case of university exam, the human physiology and the biochemistry are clubbed up in a single paper. So out of these subjects, the most difficult and the important one is human anatomy. So let's see them in detail. In human anatomy, we deal with 4 subtopics: gross specimens, osteology, embryology, and histology. In gross specimens, you are asked to identify the parts, their nerve supply and blood supply, something like this. In osteology, you are asked to identify the various skull bones and other bones that are related to head and neck region, something like this. In histology, you are asked to perform a slide examination and identify the histological specimen. In embryology, we would get to know how these are formed, and in practicals, you would be provided with this chart and to identify the parts they have mentioned. So the next subject we are going to deal with is biochemistry. Biochemistry is indeed a volatile subject, but I'm sure that if you really do more revisions, it's going to be strong. So in theory aspect, we study various cycles, something like TCA cycle, Emden-Merov pathway, HMP shunt, and so on. In practicals, you will perform urine examination, you will find the analysis of proteins, reducing sugar, and bile salts, bile pigments, and so on. In the case of the third subject, dental anatomy and dental histology, here in practicals you will carve natural tooth. You will do, in theory, you will study the tooth morphology, its anatomy, and the parts of the tooth. So coming to the last subject, human physiology. This is the most scoring subject of BDS first year, and in theory aspect, you will study all the systems: circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive, nervous system, and so on. You have also studied some of these systems in 12th standard, right? In practicals, you are asked to prick your own fingers, hemoglobin estimation, followed by RBC, WBC count, and so on. Also, you will deal with an additional subject in the BDS first year, and that is prosthodontics. Though you don't write any theory paper or do practicals in first year, this is actually a second year subject in which you will have classes in your first year. So here you will start with anatomical landmarks painting. I have mentioned this in a video. You can please check them down. Okay, so that's all for the subjects. Now coming to the exam pattern. For the theory exam pattern, we write for 70 marks, and this is totally subjective, no objective type questions. For human anatomy and dental anatomy and histology, it is same. But in the case of human physiology and biochemistry, we write 35 and 35 marks each. To the instruments, we use instruments for prosthodontics and for dealing with tooth carving in dental anatomy and histology. I have mentioned it in a separate shorts video. You can view them down. And now coming to the books to be used, I have again mentioned down in the shorts. You can please check them down. So that's all for today's video. I hope you find it very useful. So if you really like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and mention your views in the comment section. Thank you so much.